Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcasts for August 12, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, Iran has announced a shift in its military strategy from defense to offense, preparing for a long-term conflict with the US and Israel. This change in approach comes as the country continues to face hostility from its adversaries, with Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei making key military appointments that promote hardline Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps officers. The new strategy aims to increase agility and aggression abroad, with a focus on integrating command centers to speed up offensive operations and share battlefield data in real time. In other news, former Chinese Premier Zhu Rongji has passed away at the age of 99. Zhu played a crucial role in China's transformation into a global economic powerhouse, serving as premier from 1998 to 2003 and driving the country's entry into the World Trade Organization in 2001. His legacy is complex, with some hailing him as a visionary who laid the groundwork for China's rise to global prominence, while others criticize his handling of corruption and the country's growing wealth gap. Lastly, Liberal Senator Andrew Bragg has proposed lowering net migration to 150,000 per year in Australia, arguing that this reduction would help rectify the housing shortfall and bring the country's net overseas migration figure to its lowest level since the mid-2000s. The proposal has sparked debate about the nexus between housing and migration, with some expressing concerns about the potential impact on the economy and labor market, while others argue that a reduction in NOM could help alleviate pressure on housing and infrastructure. These stories will undoubtedly continue to unfold in the coming days and weeks, and we'll be keeping a close eye on them. Now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. First, in a shocking revelation, President Donald Trump was secretly transferred from Air Force One to a military aircraft via a catering container last month due to security concerns amid escalating tensions with Iran. This elaborate ruse has sparked debate about the measures taken to protect the president and the potential risks involved. In other news, the Zeitz Museum of Contemporary Art Africa has announced the appointment of Elvira Diangani Oze as its new artistic director, marking a pivotal moment for the institution as it approaches its second decade. Diangani Oze's extensive experience and expertise in modern and contemporary art from Africa and its diaspora are expected to further cement the museum's position as a leading voice in contemporary African art on the global stage. Lastly, Zambia is bracing itself for a highly anticipated general election, which promises to be a watershed moment for women's representation in Zambian politics. Despite concerns about judicial independence, voter suppression, and potential violence, the country remains one of the region's most stable, multi-party democracies. The outcome of this election will be closely watched by neighboring countries, and the world waits with bated breath as Zambia navigates this critical juncture in its democratic journey. These stories highlight the complexities of presidential security, the significance of cultural institutions, and the importance of democratic processes. We'll continue to follow these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskwiser.
Thank you, Barbara. First up, Nebius Group stock has continued its impressive ascent, defying concerns over valuation and credit profile. Despite a recent correction, the company's stellar top-line growth, swelling contracted backlog, and EBITDA-level profitability have kept investors bullish. However, renowned investor Michael Burry has disclosed a short position, citing rising leverage risks. We'll be keeping a close eye on how Nebius navigates its growing pains and services its debt. In another significant development, two high-profile CEOs have made substantial purchases of their company's stock, sparking hopes of a bullish trend. Andrew C. Florence, the founder and CEO of CoStar Group Inc., and an unnamed CEO from another company have invested millions in their respective companies. While insider buying isn't always a guarantee of success, it can be a powerful indicator of growth potential. Investors will be watching these developments closely to see if these purchases are a harbinger of better times to come. Last but not least, Rocket Lab Corporation is approaching a major inflection point in its financial journey, targeting profitability in the upcoming fiscal year. The company's strategic moves, including the anticipated success of its Neutron launches and the pending acquisition of Iridium, position it for durable revenue growth and an improving operational outlook. With a strong cash position and expanding contract pipeline, Rocket Lab is poised to reduce its reliance on equity markets and achieve significant growth. As the company navigates this critical phase in its growth trajectory, we'll be keeping a close eye on how it overcomes challenges and capitalizes on opportunities. Remember, as I always say, where do you stay your money Monday? The answer, of course, depends on your individual investment strategy and risk tolerance. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. As we gather here this evening, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on the wonders of our universe and the incredible stories that have been unfolding in the world of space exploration. We've had the privilege of witnessing the peak of the Perseid meteor shower, a breathtaking spectacle that paints the night sky with streaks of glory, reminding us of our place within the grand narrative of the cosmos. We've also delved into the fascinating discovery of black hole stars, a finding that has sent shockwaves through the astronomical community and is poised to rewrite our understanding of the early universe. The implications are profound, suggesting that supermassive black holes may have formed more quickly than previously thought, and we can't wait to see what further research and analysis will uncover. And then there's the inspiring story of Lindsay Waite, a test project engineer at NASA who has broken down barriers and proven that with hard work and perseverance, anything is possible. Her journey is a testament to the power of determination and passion, and as NASA prepares for the upcoming Artemis III mission, we're excited to see the crucial role she'll play in the buildup of launch operations. As we look up at the night sky, we're reminded that we're not just observers, but participants in this grand cosmic dance. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and with each new discovery, we're drawn closer to the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our planet. So let's continue to explore, to seek out the unknown, and to push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. For as Carl Starman once said, somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, the National League standings are heating up as the New York Mets prepare to face off against the Atlanta Braves. This matchup is crucial for the Braves' postseason aspirations, with Matt Olson's performance being a key factor in determining the outcome. The Braves are favored to win, but the Mets have shown resilience on the road and could potentially pull off an upset. In golf, Tommy Fleetwood and Victor Hovland are making headlines as they gear up for the highly anticipated FedEx Cup playoffs. Fleetwood is expected to bring his impressive skills to the tournament, while Hovland's recent performances have sparked speculation about his potential to pull off a major upset. Scottie Scheffler, currently the favorite to win, will also be looking to claim victory and solidify his position as one of the top golfers in the world. Lastly, soccer legend Lionel Messi has addressed the recent passing of his father, Jorge Messi, and hinted at potentially retiring from the sport. Messi's emotional message has sent shockwaves throughout the soccer community, with fans and fellow players offering their condolences and support during this challenging time. While Messi has not made any official announcements regarding his retirement, his words have sparked speculation about his future in the sport. These stories highlight the excitement and unpredictability of the sports world, where athletes are not only driven by their passion for the game, but also face personal challenges that can impact their careers. As we continue to follow these developments, one thing is certain: the world of sports is always full of surprises, and we will be keeping a close eye on these stories as they unfold. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we looked at the devastating Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where community-led action and global support are crucial in curbing the spread of the disease. We emphasized the need for a coordinated response that addresses the root causes of the outbreak and empowers local communities. Next, we explored the importance of preserving India's sacred groves, small forest patches dedicated to local deities, which have been found to be highly effective at regenerating native tree species. These groves not only hold significant ecological value, but also cultural significance for local communities, and their preservation requires a delicate balance between human and natural worlds. Lastly, we touched on the story of the Western Ghats, a mountain chain in India, where the sacred groves are facing challenges due to urbanization and development. Despite these challenges, conservationists remain hopeful that these forests can continue to thrive, serving as critical baseline reference forests for the region's original biodiversity. These stories remind us of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and natural environments for future generations. As we navigate complex global issues, it's essential to prioritize community-led action, empower local voices, and strive for a balanced approach that considers both human and environmental needs. We'll continue to bring you in-depth coverage of these stories and more as we work towards a better understanding of our world and its complexities. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Can we talk about the latest in fashion and beauty? Let's start with Jennifer Lopez, who was spotted pairing a stunning Valentino Garavani handbag with an affordable Free People cami top. This high-low style is not only refreshing but also accessible to fans who want to replicate her look without breaking the bank. In other news, John Hinckley Jr., the man who attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan in 1981, has spoken out about his motivations and sent a message to actress Jodie Foster. This latest development has sparked a mix of reactions, with some expressing sympathy for Hinckley Jr.'s struggles with mental health, while others have criticized him for his lack of remorse. And finally, iconic stylist Guerin is sharing his expertise on the latest hair trends. With a career spanning decades and a client list that reads like a who's who of Hollywood, Guerin has seen it all. He's frustrated with the current state of hair trends and thinks it's time to take some risks and try something new. So, what's his prescription for a fresh new look? Cut your hair, whack it off, chop it, do something to it. Guerin is also sharing his top tips and product picks, from his R&Co and R&Co Blue hair care lines to his favorite styling products. Now for the latest in nature and environment. Here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. This evening, we bring you a summary of 3 pressing conservation concerns from around the world. In Brazil, a hunting epidemic is threatening native species in the Amazon region, with large landowners exploiting loopholes in wildlife management laws to hunt iconic animals. In Ghana, the country's first marine reserve is under threat from illegal mining activities, which are not only destroying habitats, but also affecting local communities who depend on these natural resources. Meanwhile, in a heartwarming development, Chester Zoo has announced the birth of a rare Babirusa piglet named Rana, which is being hailed as a lifeline for the endangered species. As we reflect on these stories, it becomes clear that the fight to protect our planet's biodiversity is complex and multifaceted. From the Amazon rainforest to the forests of Ghana, and from the wilds of Indonesia to the zoos of Europe, conservation efforts are underway to safeguard our natural heritage. However, as we celebrate the successes, such as the birth of Rana, we must also acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. The urgent need to protect our planet's biodiversity requires concerted effort and commitment from all stakeholders. We must work together to address the root causes of environmental degradation, support conservation initiatives, and raise awareness about the importance of preserving our natural world for future generations. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Atenicher for AIDailyPress, the world's most unbiased news source.